There's a quiet start to this week for me. Before the chaos, before everything. Monday has traditionally been my Sabbath, so I am taking today rather slowly but with intention. So, hi friends. This is Grannie Doll coming to you from Hamilton Mountain in Ontario, Canada, in my cozy chair with my blanket. Last week was my recovery week, if you will, or reading week, or whatever we want to call it these days. After Lent, after Easter, after everything, I needed some time to myself, and a lot of people do. A lot of people who minister to others after a big celebration need some space and some time. So I took it. I took a little bit of time, and there was such depth of Lent this year for me. And then Good Friday and the joy of Easter, seeing family, everything was wonderful. But now it's a little slower, and I'm going to gently glide into this week. I think I said chaos earlier, but I don't think it's going to be chaotic at all. It's kind of a strange feeling when you finally have space to just be. So what have I done so far today? I've been watching a couple of my favorite YouTube creators. Always inspiring, for sure. I've mixed my sourdough bread. It is waiting for shaping at this point. But again, it's not something that can be rushed. It's nice and slow, easy, right? Kind of the way the day feels. It's kind of gloomy out there, but it's warm. So we could end up with thunder showers. But I'm sure you didn't pop in here for a weather report. So as you sit here with me, what comes to your mind as this week begins? Some of you may have begun your week yesterday. Some of you are at work already. Just moving my coffee cup here. Some of you are picking up your fiber work. And if you are, wonderful. I suggest, if you have the opportunity while we're talking, just sit with me and knit or spin. Do something creative with your hands. It feels good, doesn't it? So this is yarn from Rampart Farms. It was the fiber that I spun and then dyed with red onion skins and avocado pits. So it's kind of a peachy color. We've got different coloring throughout. And then I have some of this. See if I can turn it this way so you can see it. I'm adding a few stripes of that. Oh, I think I put it all away. Here's a piece I can show you. So it's a 2-ply, and I'm just doing it on the spindle. Isn't that pretty? It's a mixed fiber. Oops, let's see if I can get that in there. Oops, there's my bread timer. Be right back. There, I'm back. The dough is rising really, really well, but I'm going to give it about another hour, I think, before I do anything more with it. Anyway, I was showing you this 2-ply. Let me just see if I can get the camera to... I can't get a good color on it. Anyway, so some of this color is going to be spun and put in here as well. So just to give me some variation, because I'm not really good at just knitting and knitting and knitting. Round and around and around. So it's nice to finally just have space, isn't it? Space to just be who you are without worrying if your hair's out of place or the clothing matches. I made myself, I don't know whether I can get a good picture of this. Let me just move the cup. Nope, that's not going to work. Hold on. Okay, so I just snapped a really quick picture of my inside of my cup. So it's matcha latte with milk. It's cold, and I added some lavender syrup that I bought. I really like it. All it needs is the ice cubes, and I still haven't made ice in the freezer. I'm not sure I have room. I'll have to check it out. But I really like the Starbucks iced matcha latte with the lavender foam. Really, really like that. So I'm trying to duplicate it so that I'm saving a little bit of money. And I do enjoy it. I enjoy matcha, and I enjoy it with a little bit of flavor. It's just so smooth and so creamy. So what happened this morning? I made coffee for both Nick and I, and then I opened my journal and I wrote down a few things, my statistics that I do every day. And then there was this quiet restlessness that picked up, as if I should be doing something, planning something, moving toward something. And I know that I will be moving towards something because by the end of the day, Tuesday, I should have the order of worship completed and sent to the musicians, and for those who are creating PowerPoint. All of that has to be done by the end of the day, Tuesday. But also on Tuesday, I'm going to the one church has a knitters group that meet in people's homes, and I'm going there in the afternoon. And then I'm supervising an official board meeting in the evening. So I don't have a lot of time, but I know I can put this together within about an hour, and I need to print Bible study for Wednesday. So there's a few things on my plate that they're not urgent, but they're important. You know how we look at urgent, not urgent, important, not important. But I am moving towards something, and what is that something? For me, it's Sunday. Every week begins moving towards the following Sunday. Yeah, that's kind of my life. And then this thought came to me kind of gently, almost like it arrived on the steam as the water came down. Nothing is required of you right now. Nothing is required of me right now. Maybe say that out loud to yourself. Nothing is required of me right now. Well, it's one of those phrases that you don't want to argue with, because the truth is there is nothing required of me right now. And eventually I'll need to finish up that bread and do something about supper tonight. But the truth is, it's just all within the time frame that I want it to be in. It's not this urgent, I gotta get it done, I gotta get it. Oh, no. So I didn't argue with the statement, but I'm not sure I fully believed it either. Because we get so used to living in seasons of urgency, don't we? There's always going to be something next. The next worship, the next project, the next responsibility. And then when it goes quiet, it can feel like we've missed something, and you wonder what it is you've missed. So what if, I got to think about this, but what if this quiet isn't something that we have to fix? Maybe there's something to receive. That kind of changes the whole outlook, doesn't it? there's a line I keep coming to over and over. New every morning. And I wonder if part of that newness isn't just energy or purpose. You have a purpose that's new every morning. You have energy that's new every morning. Permission. It's about permission to begin again without rushing. So this isn't an overly scripted video. I am looking at some notes, but this is a conversation between me and you. Okay? On a quiet Monday, my Sabbath, on a day when I can put my feet up on the stool. I have the cat sleeping in his little playpen here beside me. Finally, he was just full of life this morning, running around all over the place and getting into things. But sometimes when we're not rushing, we can see things, can't we? So this week I'm going to try practicing something a bit different. I'm not going to fill up the space. I'm going to sit within it with a candle, with my matcha, a bit of yarn in my hands. And I'm letting that rhythm just be enough. Maybe you're having a week like that too, where things have gone a bit quieter and you're not quite sure what to do with it. If that's you, maybe this is your reminder too, just like it was for me. You haven't fallen behind. You haven't missed your moment. You're simply pausing. And I kind of like that. We're pausing. And pauses help us to set a rhythm. Remember this line, nothing is required of you right now except to be who you are, where you are right now. Oh, hi friends, you still here? I'm glad you're still here. Let me know in the comments if you've gotten this far and type in still here. And I'll know that you stayed till the end. Take some time to pause. Remember, this is Grannie Doll, living a granny core life, 100-mile, small circles, deep roots. Saying have a great, blessed week. Until next time. Bye.